What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Agent Superman. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to solve an actual 3x3 Rubik's Cube in just 7 minutes. Can you believe that, guys? It's just going to take you 7 minutes. All you have to do is pay attention to whatever I'm saying and you will be ready to solve it on your own. So let's get started. Alright guys, so here are a few things that you need to remember while solving the Rubik's Cube. So if you're a beginner, then please remember to keep the white side, which is this side, on the bottom. So there should be the yellow side on top and the white side on the bottom. So it doesn't matter on what side you have on the front or on the back or any side. It's just the top and bottom that matters. It's just to make you as comfortable as possible and to make the solving of the cube easy. And the next thing is these 4 things that you need to remember, like these 4 moves. It will be really crucial and important in solving the Rubik's Cube. So those 4 moves are 1, which is up, left, down, right. So you can do it, you can practice it with me now. Up, left, down, right. 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 So you can practice that with your scrambled cube, because this is not one of those scams or those stuff like you have to scramble it in a particular way, like down, right, and then they'll just reverse it left, and they'll just reverse it like right, up. So it's not like that. It can be done with a completely scrambled cube, and this is a beginner's method. So now all we need to do is scramble our cubes and let's get started. Alright guys, so your cube should look something like this, which is like scrambled or sort of scrambled. And for this step, you have to actually, for every step except for this one, you have to have the white on the bottom and the yellow on top. But only for this step, you can have the yellow on the front and the white on the back. So you have to take your yellow side, which is on the front, and see if you have anything that's white. So it should not be like anywhere here. I'll get to that in a second. But it should be on the bottom, this layer only. So here I have this white one, and then you have to see what this color is. So this is a white and orange one. So we have to match this with the orange. So like this, and then you just have to rotate it twice, and then it will be onto this cube. And then you have to check it again, and this time I think this was actually right over here, and this has come down. So you can just solve it by doing that and matching it with the red and getting it back up. Alright, so this next one is a bit tricky. So the yellow side has none, so you can see, oh, it actually has one. So I'm going to teach you how to do this one and this one. So it's actually pretty much the same, the trick. So we should ignore all these. Actually, we should ignore all these for now, and we should concentrate on this. So we have to take this blue block, bring it down, make sure it doesn't move any of these blocks on top, and then we have to move this like this, if it's like this, like if the white color block is pointing to the you have to match this color with this color, obviously. And then we have to take the white color, which is up here, flipped over, and we have to get it away from this. And just to make sure it doesn't hit any of this, I'm just going to turn it here. It's optional. And you have to do this. And now it is paired. And now blue and blue, you get to turn it and then match it with blue. So orange, orange, blue, blue, red, red. Alright guys, so now I'm going to show you how to match these corners. So this is actually pretty simple, and now comes the formula that I taught you in the end. It'll be right up here somewhere. So all you have to do is find a square which has white on it, a corner, okay, that has white on it. And then once you find it, make sure it's on the top layer. If it's not there, I'll get to how you can do it on when it's on the bottom layer, or this no, it can't be over here. So if it's on the bottom layer. So if it's on the top layer, then you have to match it with the color. So for example, this is green and orange. And then if there's something over here, don't care about it, just ignore it, and just do the 4 things I taught to you. So you just have to do it up, right, down, left. So that's really easy, and I hope you can understand. Alright, so now for some cases, it might just be like this. So the white is not perfectly down here, like on these corners. It's on one of these sides. So if you got that, all you have to do is take your comfortable hand. For me, it's right, but you can also use your left. And you can just, it's not actually needed to take your comfortable hand. You just have to do the formula. So I'm doing up, left, down, right. So now it'll be just like this, and you can solve it normally. So you just have to do this. Let me just put that in slow motion for you. Now, if the wrong one is over here, then it's pretty much the same. You just have to free it up. And then you just have to match it like this. And then you just have to put it back down. Alright, now you have made the cross and the corners of the white layer, which is very important when you're doing this method. And now we have to focus not on the top, but on this layer. So first layer, this is called the first layer. This is called the second layer, all of these edges in the middle. And this is the final layer. So now we're going to be focusing on the second layer. So what we're going to do is match this red color, or anything with any block that does not have a yellow on it. We're just going to take it, and for example, there's red over here, so we're going to match it with red. And then you have to see the top color on that exact block, and then you can see that it's blue, which means you should get it away from blue, and then do see. So if you're moving it over here, then you have to use your left hand to do it. So if you're moving the block to the right, then you have to use your left hand to do the up, right, down, left. And then you have to turn your whole cube towards your right side or left side according to where you're doing it. So in this case, I have to turn it to the right side. And then you have to just do this. Alright guys, so an easier explanation for that would be just to insert this block back in here. So you just have to turn it this way and then do up, left, down, right. So now I'm going to teach you how to do it with your right side. So all I have to do is match it with the green. So green, green, and then it's orange. So you have to move it to the left side. And then you have to do up, left, down, right. And then just insert this in, which means up, right, down, left. And now you have this whole thing fulfilled. And also this, whenever, like for example, if you're making a the green and orange block go in, then it'll come from over here to right over here. Alright guys, so now we're done with the first 2 layers, the bottom layer and the second layer. Now the top layer is potentially the hardest layer to do in the whole Rubik's Cube, and the last step is potentially the hardest step to do it. So now we have to make the top cross. So for some people it might be L, which is what I've gotten right now. I'll show you some other ways it can be right after I do this one. So if you got the L, then you have to make sure you can choose any side you want. So just to make you comfortable, we'll use the green side. And if the block is like this, then make sure it is like an opposite L. And then you just have to make this, just spin this around. Just spin this one around and make sure the green, like, if you're like this, then the green will be, the 2 layers would be like this. But if you flip it around, like the front layer, if you flip it around, then the 2 layers will be here, and each layer over here will be missing one. So once you've done that, you can just do 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the basic algorithm, and then you can just flip this like this. So for most people it will end up like this, but for some people it may end up like this. So if it's end up like this, you just have to turn it this way. This is also another variant of how it can be. So you may get lucky and you might get this step. So if you got this step, you should just flip it around, and then the cross should be sideways, or the line should be sideways from west to east or east to west. And then you just have to do the same thing again. Front, rotate the front. Wait, I made a mistake right over here. And then, so rotate the front, and then do up, left, down, right. And make sure you do it with your right hand, and then you'll get the cross. Alright guys, so some people might just get this white yellow dot. So if you get this yellow dot, you gotta do the same thing. So find the green side, do this ones. Alright, so just make these green ones sideways or parallel. Then one up, left, down, right. And then you'll get the L, and you can just continue with what I just told you. So these are going to be the hardest steps in the whole solving of the Rubik's Cube process. So once you've got the cross, then you just have to find, make sure all of these sides go parallel to each other. So for example, some people might get lucky and they might have this one here, red here, blue matching with blue right here, orange with orange, and green with green. But some people might be a bit unlucky and they won't get it. So now I'm going to show you how to make all of these edges the same color. So it should be like blue, blue, orange, orange, green, green. So here red is already solved, but that doesn't make anything easier. That just might make things harder. So if the red is solved, it just reduces the step for you if any color is solved. Right here, it doesn't have any meaning. Like it might every single time you will get a color to be solved, but it just will reduce the step for you most of the time. So now you just have to see if it matches, any two colors match. So yeah, so orange and green match for me, and now I just have to do the same step, a different algorithm actually. So you have to keep any one of them on your right actually. So right, and you can't do this, like you should not be able to see both of them. So your view should be like this, or just these. And then now you have to do up, left, down, left, up. Now this is your opinion. You can either do right, right, or left, left. So all you have to do is make the white piece, which is over here, just come back over here. And now you'll have some edges that match with each other. So red, red, blue, blue, orange, orange, green, green. Alright guys, so some people might just get one to match like this, and then everything should match. Like if they get only one to match, then green would match to green, and then red should match to red, and then blue will match with blue, and orange will match with orange. But if you got something like this, then you just have to do the formula again, like one up, left, down, left, up, left, left, or sorry, right, left, left, or right, right. And then just make it go down, and then you'll have the same thing. So you'll have this and this together. So red and blue will be together. Alright guys, so this is another thing that happens. Like you have one that matches over here and one that matches over here, and that means if you spin it 2 times, then it'll be orange and red will match, and if you spin it 2 times again, blue and green would match. So if it's like this, then you have to do the same algorithm once. 1 2 1 1 1 2 1 2 down, and then you'll get something that would match both two colors, like 1 2, and these two won't match, and you just have to do the same thing again. Alright guys, so this next step is right before the final step, and it is also pretty hard. So this step is nothing but matching all of these, so matching the corners. So for example, each corner should be like, for example, yellow should match with yellow, blue should match with blue, which is not here. This should be this should be over here. Blue would match over here, which means this one should go over here. So we're gonna learn how to make this one go over here, and replace this one to over here, and take this one and put it over there, and that one over here. So it's not essentially going to be the same thing, but we're just going to mix these all up. Not mix it, we're just going to solve all of these cubes to be perfectly aligned. So the algorithm for this is left, up, right, up, left, down, right, up, down. So now it would not all be like solved. Like some people might have them all solved, some people might have one solved, some people might have none solved, like me, and some people might have 3 solved. So if you have 1 solved, then you have to do the same thing again. You just have to repeat the process, and the 1 should be in front of you. So now I got all of them perfectly aligned. So this one is already solved, which will make it way easier for you in the final step, and it'll be way more foolproof. Now you have green, red, yellow, red, blue, yellow, blue, orange, yellow, and orange, green, yellow. So now the final step in solving this, solving the cube, is to just make sure this one, or the solved part, is right above you. This is the most common one, and this is actually the only thing that would happen, except for that, or 2 or 3. So this is the same method for everything, but it's the hardest thing. So you just turn it over and just do the left hand algorithm, yellow on the bottom, white on the top, and just up, left, up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, and up, right, down, left, and up, right, down, left. And make sure you don't just stop it once this whole thing is actually solved. Make sure you actually do the last push, so it comes from here, this push. So now, instead of turning the whole cube around like this, you have to flick the bottom one. So you have to do this, and then you'll get your next unsolved corner. So you do the same thing. Up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, and up, right, down. Don't forget to do this, left. Alright, now the final one, right over here. So up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, and finally up, right, down, left. Now you can just do this to solve the cube, or you can flip it over and enjoy your magical first moments of solving the cube. Like, Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. So comment down below if this was actually helpful for you to learn how to solve the cube, and give a like to this video if it actually worked for you. And I'm pretty sure it did, because it did work for me, and it had no separate algorithms that were like you have to mix it up like 1 1 1, and then I'll do this 1 1 1. So yeah, now subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, and till the next video, adios. I don't know how to do this. Adios, and let me make the cube say it. Adios, and bye bye.